Mic check. We've got high gain. We've got low gain. Oh God, row gain. You know what I love about our hobby? The absolute mind-boggling variety of games we get to choose from. You know what I don't love about our hobby? The absolute mind-boggling variety of games we have to choose from. Every year, there are thousands of games released. When you get a bit exhausted from searching for more games, maybe what you need is just more game. Well, don't worry. Those forward-thinking publishers have got you covered by bolting things onto your favorite games to keep you coming back for more. Some of them might just be additional maps, shout out to Age of Steam. Some of them might be more cards, shout out to all of Dominion. These babies, though, are ones that give you a new sandbox to play in, powers to unleash, or new puzzles to solve. Teotihuacan. Now, I don't have the boxes for these because I've folded them into the base box here because, as we all know, shelf space is at a premium. But I do have the rulebook. Now, this is Teotihuacan Late Pre-Classic Period. Now, if you don't know about the base game, Teotihuacan, the main board right here, that you move some dice around. They start off at power level 1, the dice get stronger, which means they can do more stuff for you. And when they get to level 6, they ascend some cool reward, and then they start over back again at level 1. There are 3 really important tracks that you'll move up, and the big draw is this pyramid of big white blocks with all these icons that give you cool rewards and points for matching them. I have all the expansions for Teotihuacan. This one I think is the most impactful. Now, it does have a little bit of that more of everything with this extra 4th track, but the part that I really like, priests and priestesses, special abilities that maybe you can activate once per game or persistent through the whole round. What I really like in a game is asymmetry. I don't really care about balance unless it's something like flip a coin. If it's heads, you win the game. Major ones like that, obviously no, but little tiny balances here where,
oh, this power has a 45% win rate compared to the...
I don't care about that. Is it fun? Is it gonna give you a different experience every time? I'm in. Shout out to you, Root. Now there's a couple other expansions for this game, the appropriately named expansion period, and then the shadow of this word I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. This one's the one to get. Boonlake, artifacts. If you don't know Boonlake, you probably do, because you probably know Great Western Trail. And if you don't know Great Western Trail, you probably do because you might know Maracaibo. One of these Alexander Pfister move down the river kind of things. It's got this really cool action selection mechanism where you can take a tile from up here on the top and then pull it down here to the bottom in order to do the thing on the tile. And then that's how many times you're gonna move down the river. Pluses and minuses to moving down the river quickly. Things reset halfway. Well, should have known that was gonna happen. Anyway, there's a river. You move down it. You do stuff. Now, the expansion gives you 2 things. First off, gives you this extra board that you can move around. Take one of your pieces, starting it up here, and move it around the board. Boy, this is really hard to do in reverso vision. Move it around the board and get some bonuses, or do it like this and get some other bonuses like that. Bog standard stuff. But when combined with these special abilities, things get really interesting. Now, in the game, you've got this currency. It's called the VASE, V-A-S-E. It's an acronym for something very awesome, special engineering, I don't know. But if you plug the vase into here, you can start unlocking some special abilities. And that introduces asymmetry, and if you've been paying attention, you know how much I dig asymmetry. It's a great expansion. It just bolts right onto the side. There's already a lot of variety with the huge deck of cards that come with the game, but this just adds even more cool stuff, and they're double-sided. So you get to just do more cool stuff and something different every time you play. Oh boy, this is a big boy right here. Alchemists, the King's Golem. Don't have the box anymore because it all fits right in there with a lot of 3D printed effort. The other score sheets. Be right back. Now, if you don't know Alchemists, oh boy, are you in for a treat. Alchemists is a game about combining ingredients, this flower here, and this chicken foot, and maybe it makes a red positive potion. And you've got this whole matrix of ingredients that you can combine and potions that you can make. Red positive, green negative, blue positive, neutral, which I think is just water. You can create all these different potions, and the point of those potions is that you are trying to sell them to the different adventurers that are coming by, and then you can make some money from that. Now, most deduction games like Planet X or Lost Species or Turing Machine are games where the puzzle is the game. But Alchemists takes that and bolts an entire worker placement game on top of that. Money to spend and artifacts to acquire, all kinds of things. And your little personal sheet looks a little something like this. You almost have to learn a whole new language just to play this game. Now, I will say it is one of the dreaded app-driven games. If that kind of thing causes you to run screaming from the room, then I probably should have told you about that before I started, but too late. You're here now with me. And now you get to see the King's Golem. And it turns this sheet, and it turns this sheet into this sheet. Look at all this extra stuff. Look at that down there. You feed the ingredients into the golem, and either his chest will glow or his eyes will glow, and you get all these different reactions from the golem. And they also introduce the sun and the moon, so if you've started to figure out what's going on, oh, I understand this, yeah, chicken feet, frogs, you get this potion, you do all that stuff, introduce this, the smoke's gonna start coming out of your ears, because, whoo boy, game's a brain melter. If you have someone around that you can conscript who has absolutely no vested interest in this silly little game that you're playing, you could just hand them this, stick them behind a screen, and you can just yell at them, "Hey, Jimmy, what does chicken feet and scorpions make?" And he'll tell you. Jimmy doesn't care. He just needs you to stop shouting at him. The sooner you're done, the happier he'll be. And speaking of done, so are we. Those are 3 excellent expansions that I will always play. There are plenty of others. What are yours? Why don't you leave some in the comments and tell me how they make your games even better and stave off that need for another game and instead just make you want to deep dive into that game. And maybe it makes